Ovid, Heroides Epistolae 1, Episode 7. At quali quis posita monstrat fera proi lia mensa. Pingitet exiguo per gamma to tamero. Hac e bat simois haec est si geatellus. Hic steterat priami regia cal sacenis. Penelope continues her description in her letter to Odysseus about the men who returned from Troy, the Greeks speaking to their wives. And so, someone, posita mensa, when the table had been cleared, describes the wild battles, fera proilia. Posita mensa is an ablative absolute because we have a noun in the ablative, mensa, a modifying participle in the adjective, posita, and we have grammatical separation from the rest of the sentence, grammatical separation. The object of monstrat is fera proilia, neuter, plural, and accusative. So the man tells of the wild battles. He also, here no doubt short for etiam, he also paints or depicts, sketches out, pergamatota, all of Troy, exiguo mero, with a little bit of wine. So pergamatota is the neuter plural accusative, object of pingit, and exiguo mero is an ablative of means. Mero is neuter, singular ablative, and this adjective merasa is regularly used to describe wine that is pure, unmixed, undiluted. Here it is being used itself as a substantive and has its own adjective, exiguo, a little bit. So with a little bit of, just a little tiny bit of wine, the man paints out all of Troy. So the idea is that on a tablecloth or something like that, after supper the man draws the Trojan coastline, he shows the city itself, the island of Tenedos, etc. And this is what he says. Now the editor has marked this with a quotation mark because the editor believes that this is a direct speech, and I think that's right. Hoc, that is, hoc via, by this path, by this route, the Simois river was flowing. Or more idiomatically, this is where the Simois was, hacibat Simois. And this is the land of Sagaeon. This is the Sagaean territory. This was a town in the Troad, important in historical times during the reign of Pisistratus, as you can learn from Lewis and Short, Inter alios. And this was the tellus Sagaea. So we know from this that tellus is a feminine noun, even though the ending like this might initially mislead us into thinking it's second declension. We know it's a feminine noun and actually third declension, tellus tellurus, because it's modified by feminine adjectives, Sagaea, and this demonstrative adjective, haik. Now with hoc and haik, he gives us hic. And each of these demonstratives describe the way that the husband or the man paints and points out the contours of his little map on the tablecloth of Troy. Hoc, haec, hic. Here had stood, staterat, pluperfect, the regia celsa, the lofty kingdom. This is feminine singular nominative, the subject. The lofty kingdom, regia celsa, priami senis, of Priam the old man, masculine singular and genitive of possession. And steterat, the pluperfect, as I said, of the first conjugation verb sto, stare.